I mean, you were influenced by 2000 AD as a writer, and that's where you sort of like started from. I mean, that's what made you want to get into the industry?
In a way, I got into writing through comic books, and 2000 AD obviously is a comic book, and yeah, I started reading when I was about 10, and it felt like an amazing thing for a 10-year-old to discover. It was about 1980, full of these incredible science fiction and horror stories, and I was completely hooked, and also very influenced. There were writers like John Wagner, Pat Mills, Alan Grant, and Alan Moore, many amazing artists as well. And it was the art that first hooked me, and then it was the writing.
When did the idea come up for this? I mean, were the rights hard to go after? Once, you know, because of the Sylvester Stallone one. But I'm not going to diss, because I actually quite like. So, I mean, you know,
the Stallone movie is what made it possible for us to get the rights. I was working on post-production of Sunshine and pre-production of 28 Weeks Later, sequel to 28 Days. And, the producers I worked with, Andrew MacDonald and Alon Reich, realised they could get the rights, and the reason they were able to get the rights was because nobody in the industry wanted them. It was perceived as being a sort of poisoned license in a way, and many people thought we were crazy to get it. It made it affordable. That was the plus side, was it meant that a British independent company could afford the rights. The downside was that then when we tried to raise finance, it was quite difficult, because the people who ultimately have the money is not independent.
I mean, who chose Carl Urban as Dredd?
Yeah.
Who came up with that idea? Where, how, you know?
Oh, that was.
Was there a checklist and you just went through the ones, or was it your absolute favourite one that you wanted?
We met a few people, and we felt that Carl was the right guy. Carl, this sounds like one of those sort of PR stories, but he's a big 2000 AD fan, he's a big Judge Dredd fan. He had very strong feelings about the character. When he arrived for the meeting, we clicked immediately. He brought comics, brought his old copies, and we discussed them, and we were absolutely on the same wavelength. And I felt very confident about Carl, and then in the read-through, he's not the kind of actor that does an audition. You have a meeting, so you hire him without an audition. In the read-through, Dredd just arrived, and it was, you can say a leap of faith, but he was just there. The second he opened his mouth, I don't know, I'm sure many people here know 2000 AD and know what particularly early period Dredd drawn by Carlos Esquerra looks like. He could step off a Carlos drawing, I think.
And Lena Headey, who plays the villainess in it, Mama, I think I just told you, I think she's sensational in it. She really does play the worst type of villainess. I mean, again, where did you come up with her?
I met several people, and we were shooting, and we didn't have anyone for that part. It was it's hard to explain how chaotic this film was in some respects, but we were shooting, we were weeks into filming, and we didn't have anyone for that absolutely central part. So all of this is Dredd's antagonist in the movie, the end, the baddie. So I flew back to London and met some people in a state of desperation, actually. And then Lena walked in, and she did do a reading, which I'm very grateful for, because she didn't need to. And she did a completely different reading to everybody else. This character is, you can play big and loud, shouting, screaming, kicking over furniture, and some people did that. She played it very quiet, very controlled, and a lot of really frightening people are quite controlled. So she was wonderful.
Last question. Yeah. The director, Peter Travis, in choosing him, why? Is he a fan as well? I mean, was he a fan of the comic as well?
No, but that's a statement of fact. I'm not attacking him. There's no reason why he needed to know or like the comic. He's he's a good guy. We met him, and he came on board.
Oh, because I think the slow motion, so I mean, if you're familiar with it, it's like a drug. Mama's selling, and it looks sort of like it's shown as so. I think they're some of the best slow motion scenes I've ever seen in my life. I just love those.
The slow motion was key to, in a way, the film is based around this drug. It's got a propulsive story, we hope, but it's also got this. This drug at the heart of it, which sounds like it's a conceit on our part to show some cool VFX. But it wasn't really that, honestly. It came initially from watching nature documentaries.